This is Whispering Whim, finally back for another grocery haul. I know it's been a little while, so I appreciate everyone who's been patiently waiting for me to be available again. I did four different shows since the last time I talked to you, and they were all pretty successful, so it's been a good month, but also a very, very busy month. I haven't been able to do my diet well, I probably could have done my diet during that month, but it was just so busy and hectic that I kind of got off of it. And I've gained a few pounds back, so I got myself some nice healthy things to eat. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump right in. First up, we've got some jalapeno chips for my guy, and something kind of fun. Sometimes it's a struggle to figure out something easy to make for both of us, because I don't make him eat all the vegetables that I eat. So I'm going to try doing these individual pizzas for him. There's only 2 in the pack, so if they're not good, he only has to suffer twice, right? Next up, we've got some ranch flavored baked fishes. It's definitely an impulse buy to put into the lunches. Got some pasta, and I think there's 2 boxes of it. Yep, 2 boxes of pasta. And then we have some tortilla chips. I bought some hummus last month, and we really need to eat it up. So some tortilla chips will go nicely with that hummus. And another cute thing that I bought for the lunches, we're gonna try these Lucky Charm treats. So it's a cereal bar, but based on the nutrition information, there's not much going for it other than it's brightly colored, and I love to give him kind of childish things, right? It seems that this bag has most of the lunch goodies in it, because next up we have some muffins and some protein bars and some Thin Bites fudge dipped Oreos. I was super curious about these, and he'll have to tell me how they taste, because I'm going to try really hard to not eat them myself. And then hiding at the very bottom of this bag is one lonely little taco seasoning mix. Moving on to our next bag here, the Daiso koi bag, which I really love. It's a really good size for groceries, even though it's kind of on the small side. I find that like freezer foods that I want to keep together fit well in it, and I just love it. And I was hoping to get another one, because one of the shows was in California. There are no Daisos where I live. But when we got to the Daiso, we were going to hit it on our way home. It had closed, or at least the one we tried, and it would have been too far into the wrong direction to go to one of the other Daisos at that point. So no Daiso for me this year. But anyways, we've got the ever classic cheese and just a tiny bit of prosciutto for me. When I'm dieting, prosciutto is one of the tastiest snacks for me. That's friendly for the diet. And Sam's Club used to have like a big package of them, right? It was like $9, so it wasn't super cheap, but it was a lot for what it was. and they just haven't stocked it like the last 3 or 4 times that I went. So got a little baby package to try to sate the urge for a little while. Is marinara sauce. This will be for the pizzas that I'm gonna make my guy. And I love this Winco brand classic pizza red sauce. It tastes really like authentic pizza without like having to make a sauce from scratch. And usually jar sauces I'm not a fan of as much anyways. So he got the good stuff. And we all got our bacon, which I always get. And it was wrapped by a silly guy again. It's not hard, right? To just keep the bacon in a row, but they love to like tear off pieces and then throw them in the bag so it's like spaghetti. You know, like a bowl of pasta all mixed together. But it'll still cook the same. I'm just grumpy. And then following that, we've got some frozen vegetables. This mix has carrots and broccoli and beans. So it looked kind of entertaining. And like I said, I'm going to be eating lots and lots of vegetables this month. Try to get back down to the weight I was before all of my art shows. Next up, got some good old cream cheese. You'll see later on that I bought lots and lots of jalapenos. And I'm gonna make some cheesy stuffed roasted jalapenos. So that'll be a fun little treat. And then the next item that I have is a couple of Chobani less sugar Greek yogurt in Madagascar vanilla and cinnamon flavor. I tried these out earlier in the month and I was pleasantly surprised with them. Because not only is it less sugar, but there's no artificial sugar in it, which you may know I hate pretty much any form of artificial sugar. I would just rather it be less sweet. And they're tasty. And Winco had them for only $1 a piece, which was nice because prior to that I saw them at Save Mart and they were on sale for like $1.50. Following that, we've got some ground beef. I just got one little guy. The month is kind of half over at this point. So despite the fact that I haven't been grocery shopping in a while, this is actually kind of a small trip. Anyways, next up, got some zucchini spirals. I can fry up and substitute for noodles. Try to get those pounds back off, right? And then the ever classic butter. I cook with a unfortunate amount of butter. I really like this stuff. It just makes everything taste more hearty, right? So it's one thing that I just won't give up. And then last but not least, I got some Texas toast. This is so that I can give the boy a nice unhealthy carby side dish without making so much that I eat it too, because I'll just pop 1 or 2 of these in the toaster oven for him. And that finishes off my Daiso bag. We'll go ahead and we'll do this big old guy next. When I got this Disney bag, I thought it was kind of a cool deal. I think they only charged me like $2 for it, right? But it's super flimsy, so I end up not putting that many things in it. That's all right. Next up is a giant box of Belvita snacks. These are for the lunches and kind of just slightly healthier than cookies, but I usually give him cookies too. because he's a spoiled boy that I love very much. And then after that, I got not one, but two packages of crispy jalapenos. For some reason, it's very hit or miss whether or not Winco has these in stock. So when I saw that they had bunches of them, I just said heck with it, and I got two packages. Another item that I kind of said to heck with it is these tomatoes that I got from Winco. I love tomatoes, like to an unhealthy degree. And they're not actually the best thing for my diet because I try to go super low carb, and tomatoes actually have a lot of sugar in them. But this package had the normal colors that I expect, plus green tomatoes. Now I know fried green tomatoes are a dish, but I think these are intended to just be eaten along with the other ones. So I'm extra curious on how they taste. And you know what? I might try one right now. Let's find out what this like lime green, it almost looks like a grape, huh? What this tomato tastes like. The initial bite of it was maybe just a tiny bit tangier than your average tomato, but other than that, it wasn't anything like super different. But it does kind of have a little bit more of an herby aftertaste to it. So I guess green tastes like herbs. And now I want to eat all of them. Next up is an impulse buy to end all impulse buys. You know that I make the lunches for my guy, and I like to put fun things in there. You know, he doesn't get a toy every week, but he does get them at least once a month. And this is a little like claw arm shark. And then inside of here is also a raspberry flavored lollipop, which I would imagine would look kind of strange to eat because it looks like you kind of lift that lid up and you like, you know, it's a lollipop. But you'll have that shark kind of dangling from your mouth. So I bet you that he won't even eat it. He has a bad habit that when he gets a really cute item, that he'll just like save it. You know, he's got a very big like squirrel attitude. You know, if I eat it now, I won't have it later. So he stores it for winter, but winter never comes. Not in the I'm starving for shark lollipop sense anyways. You may remember it was a while ago. I got him a little piñata and I filled it with candy. And I put it in his lunch. I managed to fit it in there, barely. And it still just sits on his desk, unopened. It's been like 8 months. I'm sure the candy has gone stale by now, but he insists, absolutely insists that he has to wait until he's super frustrated at work. And he's gonna bust it open to like relieve tension. So he'll probably never eat the shark. Moving right along. There's probably a lot of time to spend on a lollipop. We got some taco shells and some chicken stock and some dried cranberries, the ones without added sugar. We got couple of lemons. There's also a jar of pickles, which is a nice safe snack, right? Pickles are super safe. There's 1 carb, so there is technically sugar in pickles, but 0 calories. I don't know how that translates. No fat or protein or just about anything. so you can just eat them. And I got some eggs. And I think, yep, floating at the very bottom of this bag is a clove of garlic. Of course, sitting off to the side here is a giant pack of toilet paper. Just $24 for this whole thing, and it'll probably last us almost 6 months. So it's a pretty good deal for us. And then we'll go ahead and move on to the Stephen Colbert bag, which has a bunch of broccoli crowns in it. I have been buying my broccoli at Sam's Club normally, but their produce section was a little slim this morning. So I got the crowns at Winco, which are a little cheaper than the pre-chopped ones. And then next up, as promised, a large bag of jalapenos. I started buying even more than I think that I need when it comes to jalapenos, because I found that they keep in the refrigerator surprisingly long. I've had some that were still good like a month later, so it doesn't hurt to pick up a couple of extra, right? And then we have our half and half, because I'm an avid coffee drinker, right? Some pepperonis for those pizzas that I'm going to surprise him with. And then last but not least for this bag, we've got a big old thing of onions, rather small onions, but that actually suits me just fine because I usually only cook for 2, so this, these will work out just dandy. Now we're on to our final bag. I decided to get a cooler bag. It's very hot out there already. Hopefully nothing got too warm. I did Sam's Club and then I went to Winco right after, so this was sitting in my car for a good hour or so. It'd be a good test for it. The top item, though, do not have to worry about if it's cold enough. A nice big old jar of Hunter's Mix nuts. Next up, a big old bag of avocado. Nice high fiber, good fat, diet friendly food, right? And then we have a big old bag of Gala apples, which are slightly cool to the touch. Not cold, but I kind of expected that because they weren't cold when I threw them in there. And now for the real cold test here. Some carrots that were cool when I put them in. And they do seem still cold to the touch, so that's a good thing. That smells surprisingly good. I think my body is ready to eat the vegetables again. Fast food sounds good, and it is good, but it kind of wears me out or something. Like I get tired of it. And then last but not least, at the very bottom, we have my jumbo size of chicken. And it is indeed still cold, so that is super exciting. That means the bag works well enough for me to do my shopping trip all together in the summer. Yeah. And that's just about it, right? Sorry it was a little short after waiting so long, but I should have a Bobcat in a box video here soon. The packages have been piling up on me. So another week or 2 for the next video. Don't have to wait too long this time. And yeah, thank you so much to everyone that's been waiting and patiently hoping that I come back to the YouTube. Summer is definitely busy, but I will try my best to stay on top of it. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful night. Nighty night.